Why should someone invest with you instead of going to Vanguard and buying a REIT index fund?
So I'd say a couple reasons. So one is, the public REITs are who guys like I sell properties to, right? Because they buy at top prices, right? Because they have to do, right? They're deploying large amounts of money without the kind of in-depth boots on the ground ability and relationships. They can't do the heavy value lift. They want to buy things that are already performing really well. Already the hard work's been done, right? So they're great. I love the public REITs. We sell to them regularly because they'll pay more than everybody else. So fundamentally, I always believe what's important more than anything else, right? A property could be a great investment at one price and a terrible investment at another price, right? The same piece of real estate, right? So price is important. I think people overlook that in a rising market. Your basis to what you paid is what trumps everything else. I don't believe that I don't know any public REITs who are able to buy at the kind of basis we buy at and can handle the value creation that it takes, the boots on the ground, the actual construction and development teams and management teams and so forth to do. So that'd be one. Second, I would say is costs. So for these public REITs, roughly 10% of the capital invested into a public REIT gets spent annually on costs related with capital raising, related with compliance, related to administration. There's so much extra costs that come about that we don't have, right? We've never paid $1 for capital raising, right? Funds have never paid $1, right? We don't pay for capital raising. We don't have the heavy burden of compliance administration. And then third thing I'd say is we have the flexibility and freedom to do what makes the best sense to do. For the long term, to hit our overall targets, we're not driven by what do we need to do to report to investors tomorrow or next week, or we're not having to manufacture or make decisions that are short-sighted just because we have to hit our earnings number. So I think we're able to be fundamentally driven by what makes the best sense, not what makes the best sense to economists or analysts, which makes a very significant difference, especially when things are volatile. So those would be a few of the reasons that I would say investing in a private fund manager such as DLP, something you'd really want to look at versus a public REIT option.
The hosts of the YQA Investor podcast are not licensed accountants, attorneys, or financial advisors. This podcast is free entertainment and information only. It should not be considered professional or personalized financial advice. You should consult the appropriate professional for specific advice relating to your situation.